Alright, what we're going to work on today is we have a Murray 824 ES. My friend says that it doesn't run. Hasn't ran in like 3 years. So we're going to see what we can do with it. One of the first things we should do here is smell that gas. And that smells pretty old. Make sure this thing has some oil in it. I think that's another thing we'll do is tune it up once we have it running, since it's been sitting. We're good. So, let's see what we have here. And it's a no go. Does have electric start. Cord's right here. I just don't feel like plugging it in. So, let's try something here. Let's shoot a little carburetor cleaner in the carburetor. He does already have this cover off. Bring you over here so you can see. As you can see down here, this plastic cover is missing. He's apparently already taken that off. So, through the screen, we're going to shoot. Let's open this choke up so we can get it in there. Let's give it a couple quick blasts. Close that choke. So let's give it a try and see if she barks at us. Alright. Well, yep, I agree. Carburetor's dirty. I'm going to guess this thing was sitting with a bunch of old gas in it. So, what do you say? Let's get this carburetor pulled off and get it cleaned. Alright, let's see what we can do about getting this gas drained out. Hose is quite stiff on me this morning. Like I said, it's only about 30 degrees out here. Alright, that wasn't a whole lot of gas, but we got out what was in there. So let's take a quick look at it. Alright, now that we have the gas out of there, let's dump it in the cup and see what it looks like. Get a better look. That is kind of dark and quite cloudy. So, and it smells like varnish. So we got that out. Get the pump out of the way. And again, Briggs and Stratton 5430 oil removal kit. Works good. Why it was fighting with me is there wasn't much gas in there to begin with. What you've seen in that cup is all there was. Alright, so let's pull the fuel line off. And there's still a little bit of dripping. Alright, we'll take the screen out of the way. Those are 5/16 bolts. Maybe they're metric, but 5/16 do a good job. And what is that going to be? 10 mil? 10 mil. Alright, so let's pull those off. I thought it would have stopped dripping by now, so let's throw that on there. We'll stop it that way. Pull these bolts out of there now. Alright, and we'll get that spring out of there. Alright, spring is off. Alright, carburetor's off. Look at that. Yummy. Look at all the yummies. So, what do you think? A lot of floaties in there. Oh. Well, that's dirty. That is quite dirty. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at the jelly yummies. Look at that. Anybody want some jelly for their toast this morning? Got all kinds of it up in there. So that's why it wouldn't run. All kinds of yummies. Let's clean up some of this gas that just went everywhere. And today, I'm using my Harbor Freight 1,000 pound motorcycle lift table. That's what the snowblower is sitting up on. I'm using this thing for snowblowers now, lawnmowers, and I believe this thing just works great. I love it. So what do you say? We try to do this by hand, and if that doesn't work, we can always do the ultrasonic cleaner. Take this washer off. You can just see that main jet is way clogged. Alright, let's start the disassembly process. Pull the pin for the float bowl, set that over there. Float bowl is quite dirty. Needle actually looks pretty good yet. Look at that. That, can you see that? Can you see that in there? You cannot even see through there. That is completely clogged. Wow. That is what I'm talking about. Look at all that. Those are the yummies that are in there. Shoot it with a little carb cleaner. See if we can get some of that gunk out of there. Last video I used WD-40 on that carburetor, and that's on that Honda lawnmower, and that one didn't seem too bad. However, this one is quite bad, so we're going to use carb cleaner. Alright, that does not want to come out, so let's pull this out. That over there. That over there. Alright, now that it's gone through the ultrasonic cleaner, it looks a lot better. I mean, that come out nice. I took the gasket off so it doesn't get ruined. Float came out better. Main jet looks better. But one of the things you should still do even after you run it through there is, I love these torch stick cleaners. Run that through. just to make sure that the holes are nice and clean. Shove it through there. I'm not using too big of a one, so it's not going to do anything. I spray a little carb cleaner in there. And as you can see, it's coming out of there. That's nice and clean now. It's no longer clogged. Should do the same thing with the carburetor. Through each hole. Make sure everything's nice and clean. Flows through nice. Alright. Everything is cleaned up. So, let's start reassembly. Alright, let's start putting this all back together. So, there's two holes on here. There's the big hole where you can see the plastic, white plastic. That's where the rod goes. The little hole up there, that's where the spring would go. And so let's get this put back together. We got that on. Now let's get that spring put back in. Grab my needle nose out of my pocket along with everything else. Alright, got that on. Let's not forget the gasket. We'll just put the gasket right over the insulator. That way that little knobby there will hold it in place. Shove the carburetor up there. Shove that up there. So what do you say? Do we give it a few ooga doogas with the impact? Alright, while I was wondering where my impact was, you were sitting there laughing, saying, it's right there. Here it is. It was hiding on me. So do we hit it and give it a few ooga doogas? Nah, let's not do that. That's all aluminum and plastic. So, I'll set that off to the side. A Matco tool set. That has my snap-on ratchet. You just want to snug it up. You don't want to over tighten it. Like I said, it is just aluminum and plastic. You start breaking that stuff and you're going to have more problems. So that's snugged up. Maybe we should get this fuel line put back on. Got a little bit too much. Alright. That should do it. That's enough to get it started. Alright. Got gas there. What do you think? You gonna start? Well, It starts. It's running. So that's a good thing. So, thanks for your help. Another video will be, we'll tune it up. So, until then, have a good day. We'll see you next time.